isn't scary.
Do you know what's coming next month? Are you ready? Are you prepared? Yes, it's the annual Florida holiday known as hurricane season.
Yay!
This year you're going to be prepared. This year you are not waiting until the last minute to wade through a bunch of people to get a jar of peanut butter, a couple of cans of soup, and a rosary candle. No, we're going to do our research. We are going to get on our computer and, oh my God, what are these people talking about? What is a, come on, what is a bug out bag? Is that any different from a get home bag? By the way, yes. Do these people really think zombies are coming? And what is that Tiatwaki? I have no idea what that is. Folks, don't get discouraged. Do not get disheartened. Prepping and preparedness can provide you something precious in a stressful time. Peace of mind. The key is to understanding how the system is supposed to work and applying it to your unique set of circumstances and situation. The first step is assessment. What are your threats? What are the emergencies that are going to disrupt your access to the basic necessities of life? I have Mr. Circle. It's around me. This is what is the most likely threat to me. What could most likely happen? How many of you thought storm? Excellent. How many of you thought fire? How many of you thought loss of job? Assessing your threats include those that aren't flashy or show up on television. Those are the ones that can cause your family great disruption. For each of these threats, we are going to have a circle going out from most likely to least likely. Those least likely ones, we're not going to worry about. If you've done enterprise risk management, you've heard them referred to as black swan events. In the prepper world, those are your zombie apocalypse moments. Because if you're prepared for a zombie apocalypse, you're prepared for anything. Each of those circles requires a plan, maybe more than one plan. Those plans should be communicable to everyone who's going to be involved, and they should follow the KISS principle. Keep it simple, stupid. Elaborate plans have too many breakpoints that allow Mr. Murphy and his infamous law to come in and work his magic. So we have a plan. Now we need resources. And your resources are going to come in three varieties: physical, mental, social. You are going to need some of these in varying levels for each of your plans. Physical. Let's get physical. This is probably what you thought of when I started talking about prepping. It's your food, it's your water, it's your cash. Each of your plans is going to require different sets. Good news is, a lot of those sets are going to overlap. What you did for extended electrical outage probably is also going to work for hurricane. Do not get discouraged if you go online and you see these $1,000 sets of supplies. Start small. Buy a couple extra cans of the food your family likes. Buy quality. It is much better to wait a little bit and buy the good stuff than to cheap out and have it break on you the first time. And remember, as my friend David always reminds me, when I'm stressing out, some is better than none. Now, all those happy supplies and all that gear is not going to help you at all if you don't know how to use it, or you don't know what to do if something breaks or you run out. In that case, you need your mental resources. These are your skills. And just like with physical resources, these can be built up over time. And also like physical resources, you need to buy quality. Make sure if you're going to get training, you get them from reputable sources. Now, everyone asks, where do I get these skills? Depends on your situation. Depends on what you need them for. Depends on your plans. I'm always going to recommend, if you have questions, go to Blue Collar Prepping. They have lots of articles on different situations and the skills needed to overcome them. And I will always recommend starting with 2 skill sets. First, first aid. Believe me, in an emergency, injuries are going to happen. And being able to take care of them without waiting for assistance is important. For that, I always recommend the American Red Cross first aid as a starter. Also, control the bleed. The second skill set I recommend is basic budgeting. Knowing how to have a budget allows you to have those resources when you need them. And for that, I'm a big devotee of Dave Ramsey. You've won $1 million. You bought all the really whiz-bang gear. You have all the supplies you think you need, and you got all the training from the super secret squirrel operators, the best in the world. Guess what? You are still going to get sick. You are still needing to sleep. You are still going to forget how to tie that knot while the storm is coming. For that, you need your social resources. For that, you need your tribe. A good tribe will complement each other's skills and physical resources. And I don't mean saying, hey, that's a nice inventory. No. These are the folks who will know what you don't and who will depend on you to know what they don't. Who's your tribe? The people who depend on you and whom you depend on. These are your friends, your family, people you see at church, your neighbors, maybe even Toastmasters. A good tribe can carry you through an emergency. Now, the key to prepping is very simple. Knowing that when the fecal matter impacts the turbine, you are on your own. All you will have is the resources you've accumulated and the plans you've made. But don't worry. Start small. Build up. And soon you'll be able to handle all the minor emergencies. Then the major emergencies. And finally, even you will be able to handle Tiyat Walaki, the end of the world as we know it.